Hello! Please stick with us for this episode of Spotlight On because we've got awesome guests today. We've got Tom Frouge, the executive director of Avakado Artists.
Musical guest Rahim Alhaj.
And then we've got author and celebrity guest Jill Lane and Travelin' Jack. So hang out with us because we got a lot to put the spotlight on. Oh man, thank you for sticking around with us. I am one of your hosts, Sarah Kennedy.
I'm James Morrow.
And we have an awesome first guest for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Frouge. He's the executive director of Avakado Artists. Tom, thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Of course.
So, Tom, I know that you tell people that your music career started back in 1964 when you watched an episode of The Ed Sullivan Show. But what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean it in retrospect. I was pretty young, and like a million other boys and girls and teenagers that watched that night, we saw the Beatles, and it kind of changed everything. It changed how we wanted to look. It changed. We had our own music all of a sudden. I started, airplaying the broom, and in retrospect, it kind of put me down that path. I didn't come from a family that was musical, that played instruments, or they listened to Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and stuff. But so it kind of opened up a whole world for me, and a lot of other people, I think.
Getting into that world, going from trying to start your own musical career, did you ever have, I don't want to say, any doubts or anything?
Every day.
Every day. Or was it just all rainbows and sunshine?
No, it's not. It's
what kept you going?
If it wasn't hard, sometimes you couldn't call it a job, right?
Absolutely not.
So, what kept me going? My love of the music. My basic love of the business. When I say that, I mean I get to work with great artists like Rahim Alhaj, who you have on today. I get to work on a festival that is really my baby. It's something that me and my partner Neil Copperman have really wanted to create. Now we're going into our 9th year. So there's a lot of rewards. There's more rewards than pitfalls and downtime. That's, I guess, the secret.
I like that.
And that festival that you're talking about Globelquerque.
Globelquerque, yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that, what that is?
Sure. Globelquerque is a world music festival, although our tent for world music is very large. We consider, we kind of feel if you recorded it on planet Earth, then it's probably world music, So, for instance, this year we have everybody from Leon Russell, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, to Kinky from Mexico, to this crazy group from the Ukraine called Daka Baraka. All in all, we'll have 17 acts, 10 performances a night, 3 stages, international food, artists and crafts. We have a free day programming on Saturday where we have workshops with some of the nighttime artists. We have activities like instrument building for kids of all ages. We have a musical petting zoo called Planet Music where you can literally pick up any instrument, and you are encouraged to pick up the instruments and play them. And it's everything from accordions to ouds, and they're just laying out. And it's pretty great. It's at the National Hispanic Cultural Center in Albuquerque. This year it's September 20th and 21st. Nighttime is ticketed, daytime's free. So
That's amazing.
That sounds great.
And you said it's in its 9th year this year?
We're going into our 9th year.
9th year, that's amazing.
Yeah, and last year it grew quite a bit, and we're expecting to continue on that trajectory. But it also feels very warm. One of the comments we had last year a lot from the artists, almost every act that played last year didn't want to go back to the hotel after their set. They all hung out, and we had great things happening, like Bombino from Niger came out with Ozo Motley, and played. There was that kind of stuff happening. And a lot of the artists said to me that they had never really experienced a festival that had that warm of a crowd. So yay, New Mexico. But it was great. Will Dog from Ozo Motley walked up to me and said, "This festival's magical, man." So yeah, it's a really fun time, and we try to keep the ticket prices low, and or moderate, I should say. And,
Cool. So I know that you brought a clip with you today. Do you want to maybe talk about what's going on with it?
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is this clip of Estrela Brahante, Maracatu Nação Estrela Brahante, who hail from Recife, Brazil. And maracatu is we all know about samba and bossa nova, but there's a couple other styles in Brazil that get overlooked a lot that have very big historical significance, and that's from the Afro-Brazilian part of Brazil in the Northeast. And they are maracatu, which is a drum percussion kind of rhythm music, and forró. And I've been honored, one of the artists I manage at Avakado Artists is a band called Nation Beat, which takes these forms and kind of contemporizes it and combines it with the music of America's southeast.
Oh, cool.
Zydeco, New Orleans, and all that.
Let's show it too while you're talking
Yeah,
about it.
sure. Well, what we did was we decided Scott, the leader of Nation Beat, learned maracatu with Estrela Brahante. And the clip you're seeing is Carnival, which Estrela Brahante has been around since 1906. They're the second longest running maracatu nation in the world. And in the last 3 years, they've won the Carnival competitions. And what it is, it's just a big procession. Anyway, we're bringing it to America. Of course, we're not bringing 200 Brazilians up, but we're bringing 13 members of Estrela Brahante who are going to perform with Nation Beat. It's called A Tale of Two Nations.
Yeah.
And they will perform together on stage. It's going to start very traditionally with Estrela, and then members of Nation Beat will join, then it'll morph back and end with a maracatu parade.
That's awesome. Tom, thank you so much for being here today. Stick with us, come back here, and we'll have a musical guest next.
Plus, we didn't say what it was.
This probably won't end the air.
My father taught me a lot about life. Without ever saying a
I don't
word.
like to get specific. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
When I was a little girl, my friends were all just like me. His never were.
Tom, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. Can you bring them?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought you were.
No, I brought them last time.
Huh? You all right? I forgot. All right, so we'll be with...
I used to wonder, why would a Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim ever get together?
It was him.
And then I finally got it. They had a lot more in common than donuts.
Just in general, my country,
Friendship. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
we cope. That's really the thing I think.
Everybody needs a helping hand. Take a look
Although we are
at your
bringing a
fellow
big
man
facility.
and tell me what can I do today?
Hey, let me get that for you.
Helping out. If that ain't what it's all about, tell me what can I do today?
Thank you, young man.
Yeah, no problem. Good over you.
Courtesy. Pass it on.
Sweaty on the legs.
Don't worry about me. I got it.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
So.
Oh, no.
But I've noticed a trend.
They did run
a funny
a
thing
clip
where
of
she goes
Estrella
around and gets
Brahante
all
from
people,
Brazil.
and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.